Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We'll be solving quadratic equations by using factorization method. In our last video, we showed you how to solve quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. So in this video, we'll use the factorization method to solve the quadratic equations. So we'll be working on two examples. The first example, s squared minus 8s plus 15 is equal to 0. So by factorization method, we need to factorize this equation into two brackets and solve the equation. So first off, in factorizing this type of equation, we'll take the coefficient of x and the constant, the coefficient of s squared. The coefficient of s squared in this equation is 1. So 1 times 15 is 15. So now we look for two factors of 15. That is two numbers that you multiply them together will give you 15. Now at the same time, when you add them up, it gives you minus 8, which is the coefficient of x. So the factors of 15, we have 1, 3, 5, and 15. Among these factors, 3 and 5, 3 times 5, 15, and 3 and 5 will give you 8. So, and this is, don't forget, this is a negative 8. So, negative 3 and negative 5 multiplied together will give you a positive 15. And negative 3 and negative 5, you add them together, will give you a negative 8. So, these are the two brackets first. You put x on both brackets. So, the two numbers we are looking for are minus 3 and minus 5. And you put them here. X minus 3 and s minus 5 is equal to 0. So you separate these two brackets into separate equation. S minus 3 is equal to 0, so s is equal to 3. Or s minus 5 is equal to 0, s is equal to 5. So our values of x are s is equal to 3 or 5. You can always check back if this answer corresponds to the value of s in the equation by replacing x as this value and solve out this equation if it will give you 0. So for the first one, 3, s squared minus 8s plus 15, which will be 3 squared minus 8 times 3 plus 15 is equal to 0. 3 squared is 9 minus 24 plus 15. So minus 15 plus 15 is equal to 0. So this is one of the answers of s, and you see it corresponds with the equation. And the second one, we can check this value if this answer is correct as well. So you put the value of 5 as x into that equation. So 5 squared minus 8 times 5 plus 15. 5 squared is 25 minus 40 plus 15 is equal to 0. 25 minus 40 is minus 15 plus 15 is equal to 0. So the answers of this equation, s is equal to 3 or 5. So let's move on to the second example. Now this example, 6s squared plus 5s minus 6 is equal to 0. In this example, we can see that the coefficient of x squared is not 1, it's 6. So this equation is a little bit different from the previous example. So in this case, we'll take the coefficient of s squared, 6, and the constant, minus 6. So 6 times minus 6 is minus 36. Now we look for two numbers that when you multiply them together, it gives you minus 36. And when you add them up, it gives you 5, which is the coefficient of x. So we take the factors of 36. The factors of 36, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, there's 12, and so on. So we can see 3 times 12 is 36, but then it doesn't add up to give you 5. But 4 times 9 is 36. In this case, this is negative 36. So for 4 times 9 to be 36, one of them has to be a negative number. So negative 4 and positive 9 times, you multiply them together, it gives you negative 36, and when you add them together, it gives you a positive 5. So the two numbers we're looking for are 9 and minus 4. So you write this equation as 6s squared minus 4s plus 9x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now we can factorize this equation. So we separate them into two terms each. So to factorize this, between 6s squared and 4x, what they have in common is 2x. So 6s squared divided by 2x, we get 3x, minus 4x divided by 2x, we get 2, plus, and 9s and 6, so they have in common is 3, and 9s divided by 3 is 3x, and minus 6 divided by 3 is minus 2, is equal to 0. So this will give us 2x plus 3 bracket 3s minus 2 is equal to 0. 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 3s minus 2 is equal to 0. So 2x will be negative 3, therefore x will be negative 3 over 2, or 3x is equal to 2, then x is equal to 2 over 3. So our answer for this equation, s is equal to negative 3 over 2, or x is equal to 2 over 3. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.